What's good, Post family? Of course, y'all know who it is. It is your boy Thesis back with another video. And today's video is really cool. This is Melody Sauce 3. If you guys are familiar with anything Melody Sauce has done from 1 and 2, the upgrade is sweet, the UI is better, and there's a lot more features that we need to dive into. So, you guys keep it locked. Stay tuned. The ease of use of this has really changed the game for me. We're gonna go over a couple of the descriptions, tell you guys what's all new in it. So let's go ahead and let me tell you what's all entailed, and we'll go from there. All right, so what's new in version 3? For the melodies, the chords, the basses, and the plugin now all has that in one, where you can generate unique melodies and the chord progressions directly in the DAW. And you have a major upgrade with powerful new features, such as over 1,000 pre-built in progression, chord progressions. You have now the chord and bass rhythms, where you can play via a chord and the bass layers with dedicated internal sounds and rhythms. And then you have over 140 chord and bass rhythms to actually shape that actual groove inside of it. And trust me, when I go over it, you're going to see how easy it is to just go and then just start doing it, right? Now, the upgraded melody algorithm, like I was saying, is an improved AI-powered generator that will create a whole different, unique melody every time you hit the actual pad. And when I was hitting the pad, I was looking to see how close and how, structurally sound it would be.
Really good, Mike, really good, no joking.
Now, you also have the MIDI import and detection, where you can drag a MIDI chord file in, and the MS3 will detect it and the key and chord automatically. Now you can take, let's say, a MIDI actual file, drag that in, and then situate it through the piano roll, and it's going to automatically detect it. And then you can now manipulate the MIDI to be the way that you want it to be. Real sweet. The piano roll editor, you can fine tune it, and the new sounds and styles that's in it. You have over 350 styles and new presets, with over 300 sounds across melody, chords, and basses, and it has a new effect that's a wobble. So a lot of people are like, I see that it's a new upgrade. What's different in it? Basically, the melody generator from Melody Sauce 2 is 4. Now you can do 8 bars. You have chord progression generation now with nearly 1,000 progressions. You have bassline accompaniment, the piano roll editor, the MIDI import, the movement and chord fit controls. So just that alone is a winner, right? So I did make a beat to this. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys hear the beat first, and then we'll go over the actual GUI and what it entails. But let's first check out this beat. Let's go ahead now and let's dig directly into this GUI. I'm really excited about digging into it because it's such a very easy, user-friendly way to create, and you can't go wrong. As you see right here, this is the brand new revamped GUI for Melody Sauce 3, and I'm gonna start with the top section right here. So if you go to trap will give you those specific progressions and sounds inside of that genre. You go to hip hop and see how it changes. So for each one of these actual genres, they're going to have their own familiar progressions and styles and sounds that will prompt the actual algorithm to create these type of melodies. So this is basically where you start. And If you don't have a specific one, like say for instance, if you want to go free and hit a random, you can hit random and then it'll give you those preset sounds right there to just start playing with. So there's no reason why you can't start being creative, right? All right, so from there, again, this is where you can randomize it. This is where you can go and then choose the type of styles. Right here on the right hand side is the actual decibel sound coming out. This is your settings, where you can go and alter or change any settings that you may need. You have a reverse and a forward history buttons here. Over here on the left hand side is where you actually choose all of your genres that you can go from. Underneath here is where you can actually go and then lock the keys from major to minor. And if you wanted to alternate it doing the actual way when you're playing it, you can do so in real time, and it does it really, really good. On this side is where you go and let's say an actual EDM is up, right? So let's go ahead and take that back. It's right here is where you go, and when you hit the actual button, it will generate the actual MIDI. But right here, as you see, this is where the MIDI will come up, and then each one of these pads will give you different variations within that actual one, and then you can pick what type of style that you want from there. Now at the bottom right here is where you have the actual movement, where you can go from flowing to a dynamic. So basically the flowing is basically where you can generate the melody, where the main melody is less likely to have the large melodic type loops between like the phrases. So if you want to do that, you can do that, or you can go and choose a dynamic where you can just generate the melody, where the main melody is more likely to have a larger melodic loop. Now that's for the movement. For the chord fit, you have a balance, a strict, and a relaxed, and those all are basically generated melodies that will follow the chord structure or the chord progression basically of that actual loop or the melody that's playing. Underneath is where you have, of course, the piano rolls, and if you wanted to lock anything without changing, on the sides here is where you actually can go and lock those sounds. Here you can lock the actual key regions, or the chord regions rather, and then here's where you can lock the piano roll. This one right here is where you can go and select the lock key. Underneath this is where all the fun is happening, where you have the melody, the effects, the chords, and the bass sounds. Now for, let's say for an example, let's go ahead and just choose trap. We'll take these out and let's just hit a random one. All right, so right now I have the basic melody on fast. Now we want to change the medium. This is how it go. And if we wanted to go and change it to slow. And of course, underneath that, you can harmonize it, where you can add harmonies to the main melody, and you could just basically select between the low, medium, or high and the octaves of those melodies. So let's harmonize it, and you see now it's added an actual harmony to it. And if you wanted to do medium, it's basically going to double and do the same thing with fast. So beside that is basically the effects. So you have a reverb, delay, chorus, and of course the new wobble that you can add to any of those sounds of phrase. Now for the chords, this is where you go and turn that on. And of course I forgot to show you the melodies. So basically for melodies, you have bell, brass, flute, guitars, keys, leads, mallets, pianos, all this good stuff. You even have voxes. Now for the chords, it's a little bit more, so you have all these selections that you can choose from right here. And let's say for instance, we'll go ahead and keep that. You can have a volume control, and for the rhythm, this is where you have the most fun, because now when you go, and even though they provided this actual source for you for MIDI, you can go and still manipulate it and make it the way that you wanted to do. So we have a trap one right here, melody's already done, and we're going to add a chord to it. And underneath that, basically this is how you choose the variations of those chords. The last one for this one is the bass, and of course you can choose different variations of bass sounds and styles for that one, and you still have the rhythmic patterns in which you can go and then manipulate and make it the way that you want to do. Of course, control the volume from that side, and let's say for instance if we wanted to take that one and make it hip-hop as well. Change the bass. Hit another pad. All right, now that's a good one. Now here comes the part where, let's say for instance, you want to go and then keep some of those sounds, right? On this section right here where you can favorite, you can hit these and favor the ones that you want to keep. Also right here in the piano roll, if you ever wanted to go, you can split the region or you could delete the chord region. So if you want to split it, you can split it into 2, split it into 3. You can also change out any of those chords by double clicking into it and then changing the actual chords that fit. If you're not good with theory, doesn't matter. Why? Because they go color coded based off the ones that fit within that chord progression. Meaning the light blue ones are the ones that actually are within that actual chord progression. The darker it gets, the further away that progression. So that's a key. I'm very excited about this one, and not just because, you know, it's a new feel towards it, but this is how it should have been when it first came out. Like, I think if this version would have came out a long time ago, this probably would have changed a lot of producers and how they made it. So shout out to Charlie and the team. Thank you so much, man, for giving me the opportunity to check it out. Really a great product. And I believe that this VST is worth getting. So if you guys want it, make sure that you drop down to the link in the description. Support your boy and support the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Also, if you guys haven't yet, sub to the channel. Hit a like, hit a comment, hype the video. Like I said, there's not a lot of reviews on it, and hopefully I gave it justice. All right, but once again, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for coming through. But another one's done. Another one's in the books. You guys already know who it is. It is your boy Thesis. Peace.